Welcome to Dave's Cooking Show, and for you today, we have a sweet sausage baked ziti. So, in a little bit of olive oil, I have 5 sweet Italian sausage links that I'm going to cook right up. And kind of chopping them up and chopping them up as we go. All right, next step. Through the magic of cooking show editing, the sausage is done. And we're going to deglaze the pan with a little red wine. If for whatever reason you don't want to use wine, you can use chicken stock, beef stock, or just, well, straight up water. But I think the red wine adds a nice, rich, deep flavor to the sauce. So we're going to go with some red wine. Merlot if you want to be specific. And now we want to add a 28-ounce can of Italian tomato sauce. Or you could use crushed tomatoes or get some San Marzanos out and blend them up in the blender. Or tomato puree, whichever. And then we want to add 4 cloves of minced garlic. And give this a good stir around and give it a minute or two to sit there on the heat and incorporate. And then you want to add a half a tablespoon of sugar to the sauce. Again, it's kind of a sweeter sauce. Also take the tinniness out of the can. Okay, now add about a half a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. Or a little bit more if you want it a little bit spicy. Nice sweet and spicy baked ziti. And then you want a cup of heavy cream. Give this a stir around and then let it simmer for about 2-3 minutes, and then taste for salt and pepper. Okay, and while this dish will be way more forgiving with the pepper, there is something to think about if you're adding salt, is you need about a half a cup of shredded Parmesan. And remember, Parmesan is kind of salty, so keep that in mind before you add some salt. Alright, so half a cup of Parmesan. Again, give it a stir around. Wait for the cheese to melt. Your pasta should be in the boiling water at this point. And with about 5 minutes to go before you pull the sauce off, add a third of a cup of chopped fresh basil. If you can't find fresh basil, I think about a tablespoon or so of the dried stuff would be an equal substitute. Because remember, dry herbs are about twice as powerful as fresh herbs, so I'd say about a tablespoon. All right, and then just like I said, let this kind of hang out for 5 minutes on the simmer, let everything get incorporated. All right, let's move on to the next step. All right, as you can see here, got the ziti noodles cooked, and as always, whatever the package says, take a minute off. I have it mixed in with my sauce, so let's start assembling the ziti. Okay, so first you want to take about half of your noodle and meat mix and put that on the bottom of your baking tray. And then you want to add about 4 little logs of ricotta cheese. Again, this is a lasagna-like, but this is nowhere near a lasagna, so it's a pasta bake. So 4 little streams of ricotta cheese. And the rest of the noodles and sauce and all that other stuff. The rest of the ziti. And then spread that around. Just like that. Nice and easy. Then add about 2 cups or so of mozzarella and provolone. And just because I had them in the fridge, I add a little layer of pepperonis on top of this sweet sausage baked ziti. And just a little bit more mozzarella on top of that. And then you want to pop this into a 425 degree oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. And after 15 to 20 minutes, that's what you're looking at. So, that's a sweet sausage baked ziti. Done.